Hey Freedom Lovers, this is Dr. Peterson Pierre with America's Frontline Doctors bringing you today's Daily Dose. The CDC updated its immunization schedule to include a new hepatitis B vaccine for pregnant women, sparking a debate over its safety and necessity. One significant point of concern is the limited safety data specifically for pregnant women. Data doesn't seem to matter to them at this point. As noted by Children's Health Defense in 2024, quote, the CDC added a new brand of hepatitis B vaccine to the list of vaccines that can be administered to pregnant women after removing language that said Heplisave B, which is the name of the vaccine, was not recommended in pregnancy due to lack of safety data in pregnant persons, end quote. This lack of robust data makes it difficult to fully assess the risk to both the mother and the developing fetus. The timing of this vaccine within the context of other recommended vaccines during pregnancy also raises questions. The CDC now recommends multiple vaccines during pregnancy. Of course, that's how they make their money, including flu, which we've already talked about, doesn't work. COVID doesn't work. Tdap, which is basically tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis, and the newly released RSV vaccine. Experts have expressed concern about the cumulative effect of administering multiple vaccines during pregnancy, as there is limited research on the combined impact of these vaccines on maternal and fetal health. This lack of data makes it difficult to fully understand the risks and synergistic adverse effects. Historically, up to 2012, pregnant women were advised against receiving most vaccines due to concerns about harm to the fetus. I guess that doesn't really even matter anymore. The shift in recommendations to now include these vaccines comes without substantial evidence to validate their safety for both mother and child. Quote, the rising number of recommended shots for pregnant women is concerning, particularly because of the lack of randomized controlled trials large enough to identify safety issues and because long-term safety data are lacking, end quote. Experts who spoke with Children's Health Defense expressed serious concerns about the safety and effectiveness of vaccines recommended for pregnant women. They stated, quote, the vaccines recommended for pregnant women are often risky and ineffective and long-term safety data are lacking, end quote. CDC doesn't care about that because despite these warnings, they have continued to update the vaccination schedule. Children's Health Defense reported, quote, the CDC now recommends more than, get this, 200 shots over an individual's lifetime. In 1983, they only recommended 11 doses of 7 vaccines for children. There were no vaccine recommendations for adults, including pregnant women, before 1986, when the National Childhood Vaccine Injury Act of 1986 granted vaccine manufacturers protection from liability for vaccine injuries, end quote. Simple way to fix this problem. Really simple. You remove the liability protection. Then the whole vaccine industry falls apart. Hopefully someone soon has the power to make that happen. Ladies and gentlemen, only the truth will set you free. Stay tuned for the next Daily Dose.